brother. No, it even checked on me, goddamn it. My cousin might ask, oh, okay. No, it even checked on for me. It's not. And that's okay. No need to fight the air neighbor. Oh, why would you do that to your muscle? Why would you throw the phone like that? It's a shame, though, man. You took too much strength to actually throw your phone just now and realize you just gave yourself your own goddamn headache watching me disturb your own fucking peace. I hope you find peace for your own language, bitch. No, it's really trying to throw me. You know, you can find entertainment somewhere else other than watching me disturb your peace. Take me off your goddamn notifications, jackass. I know, I don't keep just popping up nowhere. It's a trade though for me. You press the fucking button. My everyone. I'm Naya Junior, and my content is not for everyone. Entertainment purposes only. I'm Naya Junior Love Respect to the genuine ones with numbers intentions. I actually hope all is well in your end, and I actually hope that you continue to find peace with regardless to who gave up on you, hope you're living your journey, who said you didn't have potential. The disrespect was real. They wanted to see you down, frown, or whatever the case may be, coming from poverty and pain. But you mad and you work to understand your reflection. You know, we may not pray the same, but I don't have hate in my vein. I respect my neighbor good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. It's not a crime to be authentic, goddammit. I said what I said. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love respect. Entertainment purpose only. No, anything checked on me. You ever been minding your business with the mind of your business when you had that friend or family member have to reevaluate their whole entire night, let alone your mindset? It checked on me. I just signed up for your one-sided ass conversation you put me in. No, for real, bro. You ever had that one person that reaches out to you when they decide to have a little substance in their body and they decide to say, you know what, stay on the phone with me so I won't hurt nobody? You won't hurt a fly. F it, Drake, though, for me. What the fuck is you talking about? You know, you ever had one of those friends that step into your comfort zone, your sanctuary, say, I gotta talk to you, whatever the case may be, that family member, and say how they had a long night and they don't know who to talk to besides you? Oh, you use me when it's convenient, huh? But what happened? I love to go be nosy. It shaped off of me. This motherfucker reaches out to you and says that they had a good night or whatever the case may be. You know, you have one of those family members or friends that, you know, when they go out and they have that safe person where they call and like, hey, I made home, bitch. I'll be all right. I'm going to sleep now. I'm too drunk to talk to you. Have a good night. I just ate. Catch the disease. No, it's really straight to throw for me. This motherfucker gonna reach out to you within reaching out to you say, I got something to tell you. I gotta tell you about my night. Remember when I told you I went out the night before or previous weeks or whatever the case may be, that some or two long ago? And I was under the motherfucking influence. Yeah, get to the fucking story. Entertain something. Remember I said within saying how I exchanged numbers with somebody that I don't even remember? Okay. Entertain something. My thing is, you politicking with somebody, so you mean to tell me a month or two, 3, 4, going on to a motherfucking year, you mean to tell me that you didn't ask for a motherfucking picture? No. You about as dumb as you look. I knew your motherfucking IQ score was low, bitch. And it changed off of me. No, for real, bro. When you realize you took them to the biggest dummy of them all, because how long you going to continue to talk to somebody at the end of the day that you went out into the club sightseeing or you went out to an environment and you was under the influence and you don't remember how they look? You thought they was fucking cute. So they ready for their little date. Waiting at the end of the day patiently to realize how the night's truly gonna go because you can't wait to hear the disturbing of their own peace. It's gonna break their own little heart. I wouldn't have went anyway. And the changed on me if I was smart. This motherfucker reaches out to you, says, so, you know, I'm about to go out. So you inquire, so you mean to tell me you still didn't get a picture? No, they said that they don't have a camera phone. Oh. You know, we're going to pray for your little heart or whatever the case may be. Make sure you get there safe and sound. Matter of fact, I think I want to go. Being chaperone? No, it's really straight though for me. So you decide to say, you know what? Let me put some motherfucking clothes on. I may not have been out the house maybe a month or two. It checked on me. This is really exciting. And it checked on me. Only to get there. Oh, it was a motherfucking show. So you get there with the getting and with the school, you start doing your own thing. They meet up at the casino, whatever the fucking case may be, buffet, whatever the fuck the case may be, whatever the fuck this place was. Y'all get there with the getting and this motherfucker gonna say, you're not gonna step by my side. You telling a fucking lie. You don't know what they look like, and I damn sure don't either. I'ma stand right over here. It's a precinct right here, and there's a food spot right here. You know, those two things align at the end of the day if you need some help. Even checked on me. Depression for the food, and if you need 9 bitch, they are very useful. If it checked on me, I ain't telling a fucking lie. No, for real, for real. So you realizing the day you watching them from not a mile away, but right there, eye contact across the street. No, for real, because at the end of the day, you don't want to mess up a good thing because, you know, maybe the person may be the love of your life. They remember how this dummy look at the end of the day from the T to the feet. They got some pretty toes. That's what that motherfucker saw that night. And the trade though for me. This motherfucker start texting me. I'm nervous. Bitch, you look nervous. I see you. I'm eating my food. Matter of fact, I told the waitress I need some fucking popcorn with extra butter and they serve it too. Oh, this is a good spot. No, that's what he trying to throw me. So this motherfucker waiting, holding the brother, hold on 1 second. They actually had to do some type of thinking. I don't think this was a good idea. You ever realize that someone that pissed you off once upon a time in a chapter of your life, this is like something to watch at the end of the day, but you wasn't trying to be too mean? No, that's what they though for me. So this fool get there, whatever the case may be. They start politicking and shit, and she trying to figure out her chain of thought is. You the person I gave my number to? I don't remember this shit. I don't want to be rude. This motherfucker start texting me. 911 help. Come help me. There's 910 not available today. Sorry, not helping you. Here's a train throw for me. Deal with it. No, it's really train to throw for me. When you start to realize when you need help in a situation, try to get out of a situation, when you used to talk to somebody, what the case be, that motherfucker didn't pull up. No. But you was able to watch this particular time because you know at the end of the day, you wouldn't want nobody to hurt your loved one at the end of the day. No. Just don't put your hands on them, baby. And you not taking them with you. No, the take over me. Only to realize this fool starts to explain. I really don't remember what this person looks like. You just started realizing that and just now, and you said I'm mentally ill. All right, we about to go see who really smart at the end of the day. No, for real. I can't stand them bougie ass friends and family members then with them fucking high IQ scores, so they say. Yeah, bitch, I went to college, bitch. Where's your fucking knowledge? It's the trade though, me, because bitch, evidently, whatever test that you took that day and spent all that motherfucking money on that motherfucking degree, you wasn't motherfucking using it properly because you missed a fucking class or two to realize with common sense it wasn't kicking bad. No, for real. So this fool starts to say, you know what? I'ma act like you my date. This is getting interesting. It really is. Cause honest Donna for this bullshit. We was praying that you knew who the fuck this person was gonna be. They was gonna be Otay. You know, we don't discriminate at the end of the day. But when someone is not your type, you know, we still try to have a good time, but not a long time. No, as a trade though, but we can hang out or whatever the case may be, but I don't see myself in the future with you, boo. It's a trade though for me. How many I love that you just said that you said to this motherfucker? Yeah, this motherfucker in love. You one stupid bitch. I gotta go. I'm not your general respect, and my content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. It was never complicated to love real. That energy is different when you truly actually know how to be real. That verb is different, going within, overcoming the storm when it comes to your existence, only to realize that someone actually was paying attention, someone walking into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because one was, it was never competition. When someone said, hold on 1 second, I wasn't wearing a mask to mislead you with pain. That energy is different when someone truly knew how to communicate. I'm not your genuine love, respect, and true love is not complicated. Entertainment purposes only. Always be yourself with numberless intentions. It's not a crime to be authentic, and I say that respectfully. When they say that you ain't got potential, they try to blackmail you. The shadow banning was real because you truly keeping it real. They try to dim your light. They wanted to take credit for your creativity because you actually knew how to go within. But when God restores you every season, they will never understand elevation is different. That maturity, acting your body weight, not your shoe size. Hold on 1 second. I actually knew how to elevate. It's kind of funny how folks who try to strip you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, paint you out to be the villain in their story. But when you put the stuff in God's hands, God didn't lie. When God said, I got your back, they try to paint you out to be mentally. It's like God wasn't real, but God was always keeping it real. When your heavenly mother, Father, God, and remove the hands off that will, that energy is different, being your authentic self. That blueprint they couldn't take away from you, authentic. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. And being yourself is not a crime. When God sends the right people into your life, that jealousy and hate and envy don't run through their blood. It was never competition when your neighbor actually understood the assignment. At the end of the day, I know how to respect my neighbor even days when I can't see. I ain't got bad habits to blackmail you against you. Like a bad habit, fall from an addict. That energy is different regardless of part of the journey you in at the end of the day. It be a train of thought for me. How folks truly for you, that elevation hits different. Your past tried to spin the block, but God said not another day. Because God was protecting you when God closed that door to understand your reflection when you stand before yourself today. Believe in your faith that certain folks can't relate to. They call you mentally unstable. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. When God pours into you with the right people, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, no malicious intentions. When you don't run from your past, when someone tries to humiliate you, try to invite you to their table, at the end of the day, they disrespect you out loud. They want to see you frown, not to see you smile. Regardless, you came from poverty and pain was never for likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. When God was truly real, when God was keeping it real, they laughed at you, said God was never real, and they said that you was mentally ill. They try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Did I say it already? They even try to get you jumped. They even try to get you jumped. Even when you got lost in your words, they called you slow, stupid, and pretend that you were nobody. You didn't carry the traits of having violence within your vein. They would never understand how you still knew how to respect your neighbor, even days when you was on an empty stomach. They try to dim your light, but God didn't discourage you. Overcoming the storm, you didn't have to get physical. Did I say that already? And be the train of thought for me for the person in the back that actually didn't hear it. When they said that you're mentally unstable, being authentic wasn't a crime. Healing childhood trauma, going into your adulthood, it wasn't a lie. Action spoke louder than words. That energy is different when you truly go within. It was never a race or competition, healing those wounds. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. When God sends a record into your life, it's never competition, never jealousy or hate or envy. And I say that respectfully. They ain't gotta play with sport to psych you out your free will, to make you mentally ill, or confuse you, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Someone sees you or pretend you, they will actually recognize you, actually respect you. They would never have a hate train towards you to go against you. We ain't the same. What's truly your issue? Do you really need a tissue? Because it sounds like you truly need the hill to go within to remove that mask that you talking about you truly wear. But you putting folks in competition because someone truly believes in God, something that you couldn't relate to. Was understanding self-awareness to stay in your lane.
Now, in the shake of me, I gotta go. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions.
You know, jealousy and hate and envy is disgusting. It's real. It turns into violence. It turns into a hate group. It didn't matter someone's tax bracket. How someone can see you come from poverty and pain. Someone can see you outgrow a situation, understanding maturity is different. And they would rather kick you down. They would rather disrespect you. They will watch your creativity and take it as their own. Hack your devices, gang stalking, right to left, got the next door neighbor, different tax brackets, telling you every move like a bad habit. Something that you never signed up for is when they one-sided contract. You never not one time that you have to lie. They wanted you to be uncomfortable, become your worst enemy, but you was far from a crash out. They would never understand God's reflection. How God allows you to see why you stand before yourself today. That strength is different. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. Regardless if someone has to dig up your past and try to humiliate you, or someone tries to call themselves trying to humble you, and they invite you to their table just to disrespect you. Sit there, take notes, talk about you a bum, bitch, or whatever the case may be. But then they talk about the disrespect was real loud, one-sided when they wanted to see you frown. They took them out there on the way to the bank with God's creativity. And they're not going to put respect on your name. They be behind fake pages lying on your name. They even try to paint you out to be crazy. Talking about you big man, but you was truly far from that. Because when God allows you to grow, they will never understand how you truly go within. being misunderstood by someone that didn't understand self-reflection. Hold on one second. We're not the same when it comes to self-awareness. That's one thing when your past is living your reality today. It's one thing when you don't run from your past. You understood that life lesson, understand it was an even exchange. Because when God allows you to see why you went within actually heal that wound, it hits different. Because you was truly keeping it real. You never was running from yourself. How folks will look at you like competition because you was willing to better yourself, overcoming a storm they couldn't relate to, walking a day in your shoes when you have to get physical. And you still have a heart. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm nice and respecting my content is not for everyone. You know, it doesn't matter where you at in your life, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or just at the beginning stage of becoming an entrepreneur, or you're just in the beginning stages of becoming an actor or a dentist, a lawyer. It doesn't matter what it is. It's always a beginning to start somewhere. And it doesn't matter if you come from poverty and pain or not. When you put you first and the right people are for you, they would never overlook you. They don't keep you down during your journey. When you starting with self first, the energy is different when it comes to self-love. It was never for likes and views of cloud chasing or let alone fame. When it comes to understanding your reflection while you stand before yourself today, they wasn't rooting you on, but you was your biggest cheerleader. They would never understand God's vision of a latent vision. At the end of the day, that smile hits different when they wanted to see you found when God maintains your crown. Always be yourself. My content is not for everyone. You know, when someone has you shadow banned, or when someone tries to mark you, try to copycat you, always remember at the end of the day, never give up on yourself. They can never take God's anointings from you. They can never destiny swipe with you, and I say this respectfully. Because that blueprint that God endowed within you, that's that walk of life that they can't relate to, is understanding your faith. They gotta wait till you make your first move. It tells a lot about these fools.
Don't infiltrate over me. I said what I said. I gotta go.
And then they sit there and say that you're mentally ill, but they check up for you every minute, every second on the clock. Got themselves bent out of shape, because you gonna project that mindset of having faith, because they want you to be so discouraged. They don't want you to understand confidence. They don't want you to see the beauty that God endowed within you. The inside, even the outside. The lies that they had to tell to keep it real, but they was far from real at the end of the day when they said that you was mentally ill. It's like a whole group of people to go up against one person. The innocent person spoke up for themselves at the end of the day. They was far from a snitch because God was leading them. The energy is different. When that baby didn't have to worship the devil, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You had your devices, gang stalked them, energy harvest off their energy, try to destiny swipe with them, projecting spoke right to love with your malicious intentions having ass. And then you try to get somebody robbed mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, even mentally. Did I say that already? Regardless if someone gets lost in their words, everybody has good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. It's certain individuals have speech problems, disability problems. It's certain folks that have a day where something just happened with a split of a second. They getting lost in their own words, but they understood, hold on 1 second. I'm still worthy of choosing me. I didn't have to confuse the next person. I was never my worst enemy. Patience with love hits different. They will never understand the elevation. Hold on 1 second. Growth hits beautiful on you today. Understanding your confidence when it comes to your reflection. No mother, no father, or no loved one should be put in a situation where they're losing their loved one because someone lacks self-control. Because someone doesn't have discipline, no matter if they came from poverty or pain or not. And I say that respectfully. It doesn't matter if you're affiliated in a group or what type of group are you in, doesn't matter. You lack self-control when it comes to discipline, you need to stay in your lane, leave innocent people alone.
Peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. You better weather on them. Yeah, like call you, neighbor, on them. Yeah, like stop the violence. Stop the violence, stop the violence, stop the violence. It was peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I wasn't trying to outshine you, neighbor. No, I had the train of thought for me. The hate and the jealousy was real. You forgot to keep it real. You was wearing the mask. Looking at your neighbor like competition. Hold on 1 second. Why did you allow your pain to last so long when you could have truly been within?
Not to misunderstand yourself another day. You rather kick the next person down that's trying to elevate. It didn't matter if someone came from poverty or pain or not. Didn't matter they tax bracket with your bad habits. You rather dim somebody's light because you don't understand self-control. It be the train of thought for me. How folks be actually moving like this because they got folks in different departments that actually sees them. And they rather kick down the person that's actually truly trying to do the healing. Because charm and pain was never a race. I was never a competition with my neighbor. When I overcame that storm, they would never understand my existence. How I truly still knew how to respect my neighbor, even when they didn't want me to choose me to go within. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And when it comes to my creativity, I work alone and I always do. And I never had nobody helping with my creativity, and I say that respectfully. Regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me, regardless of what neighbor in any tax bracket or any community, any region at the end of the day is trying to blackmail me against me, I work alone with my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, and I say that respectfully. I do not do third party conversations, and I say that respectfully. Folks, chicks and dudes be jealous that the hate and envy was real. They wanted to kick me down to paint me out to be mentally ill. Talking about I wasn't ready for God's flow. At the end of the day, God was never real. Talking about the end of the day, I'm fake. I was never wearing a mask. I was only keeping it real. I knew how to respect my neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, coming from poverty and pain. Didn't matter if I had a moms or pops in the household. At the end of the day, I still understood I had to choose me to understand my flow. Something they couldn't relate to was unconditional love. Yeah, they didn't support me, they didn't respect, they didn't show up for me. But I had to choose not to overlook me, let alone. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. That is just different. You know, God was never for sale. God was never for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't project spell towards my neighbor. I don't energy harvest of my neighbor's energy. I don't destiny swipe with my neighbor. And I do not destiny swipe with my neighbor. Hack anybody's devices or gang stalk anybody. I could repeat any he say, she say conversations. The blackmail was real when I was really keeping it real. It be the train of thought for me. How folks paint you out to be the villain in their story, all because of the fact that they don't like you. They have a conversation with the next person, but they will never repeat that at the end of the day to paint the person to be blackmailed. And the shake of me, one thing I don't do is run from my past, honey, sweetie, child, whatever your name is. I gotta go. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know, when someone says that you don't have potential or you don't matter, nobody cares about you. When the right community shows up for you, they hear you, they respect you, and they see you. They ain't sit here to blackmail you, get you out to put you in the cycle with their bad habits. And especially when someone doesn't have them. And especially when someone understands growth and maturing. That ain't just different. A vocabulary that people don't understand that folks outgrow. When someone actually understands maturity, when someone actually understands that I overcame a storm, I overcame what I almost lost, self. I overcame when I was overflowing the wrong cup. I overcame showing up for folks that couldn't even meet me halfway. They was doing shit for likes and views and cloud chasing, excuse my French, but they just shouldn't have thought for me. How you could be here for someone in a good day, bad day, misunderstanding days, healing days, they couldn't even weather their own storm, but they wanted to blackmail you to do you wrong. Being a friend, that definition hits different. Being somebody you can count at the end of the day. When they met you, they didn't meet you halfway. Hold on 1 second. So you mean I only realized you tried to throw my face because I knew how to respect you, even days when I couldn't see. You know, even when you get lost in your words, the right community sees you, hears you, and respects you. And I say that respectfully. It's never a wrong or right way to say something, especially when you got malicious intentions. I don't mean no disrespect, man, but that energy is different. I'm not being rude in no shape or form. I ain't trying to hurt myself or my neighbors. I say that respectfully. 6 feet apart, 10 feet apart. It's kind of crazy how folks be wanting you apart. For people that truly feel at the end of the day, we don't attract the same folks, and I say this respectfully, how they try to dim your light when you wasn't trying to catch a case. Always be yourself. Expressing yourself to the wrong person, never beat yourself up for that. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. You may have felt that you poured into someone's cup and felt that you said the wrong thing to them, or you felt that you overly emotionally gave yourself to somebody, or you felt that you showed up for somebody that couldn't even meet you halfway, or someone manipulated you and painted you to be somebody you truly wasn't because they decided to say, you know what, I'm going to take your kindness or weakness. I'm going to project sport towards you and manipulate your character traits, and nobody's going to believe you. How folks do this type of stuff. Never feel wrong for showing up for the wrong person. Because it became a blessing of an existence. Because God was never for sale when you should be keeping it real. They wanted you to dim your light when it came to that storm. But that elevation when it comes to growth, they would never be able to understand how you walk a day in your shoes. The disrespect was loud, but it was one-sided. They didn't understand how God fixed your crown, and not one lie was told how God works miracles. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And expressing yourself, it's not a crime. It's not. God was never for sale. We may not pray the same, but I don't got hate in my vein. I damn sure look at my neighbor like competition. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Doesn't matter what subject of a relationship is. When the right person is truly for you, that maturity is different than math. It came from poverty and pain. It was never likes and views and cloud chasing. The energy is different. We all not the same. They ain't got hate in their vein. So didn't you, neighbor. So didn't you. You didn't have hate in your vein towards your neighbor. That's why when the right people walk into your life, respect's a two-way stream and with intentions. I'm nice on respect. Stop the violence. Be safe this weekend. Stay out of trouble. Leave the weapons alone. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. What's wrong with you fools? Put your goddamn hands up. Leave the weapons alone. Stop being an amateur at the end of the day talking about you so tough. It'd be the train of thought for me. Save a life. It's not that serious at the end of the day. And it's too hot. Someone stepped on your shoes. Continue to keep it pushing. Someone didn't bring harm towards you. I just hope that you are walking in understanding that you are worthy of your existence, and I truly hope that you walk these streets safely and you get from point A to Z safe. There's a lot of people that's walking around that has jealousy and envy and hate mindsets, and it's disgusting. It really is. Someone is jealous of you because you have potential. Someone is jealous of you because they have hate and envy towards you and they don't have to know you. Someone doesn't like the fact that someone loves you. Someone doesn't like the fact that you could be your biggest cheerleader and nobody's rooting for you. Someone doesn't like the fact that you carry yourself a certain orderly fashion. Someone doesn't like the fact that spell work wasn't working on you. Someone doesn't like the fact that you was willing to choose you this morning and God allowed you to see why you understood your faith today. Certain individuals don't understand that, hey, how do you maintain a smile when I'm trying to kick you down? Jealousy and envy and hate is real. Be safe, be safe, be safe. It's so small, you can just say congratulations to somebody and someone could turn around and try to bring harm towards you. Someone could try to bring harm towards you because you acknowledge that someone has nice shoes on today. It's so disgusting how you can acknowledge somebody and someone has so much hate and envy towards you because you became their enemy. And it was one-sided because that was never your intentions and now one lie was told. I may not make sense to the average person, but I'm not here for you. And I say that respectfully. I know how to give respect when it's due. It don't matter about your tax bracket or not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm far from a hater. And when you're not for somebody, it's okay. I don't wish bad on nobody. I just hope that you get yourself together and find peace within, just stay in your own lane. It be the train of thought for me. And one thing I don't run from is my past. And I can repeat he say, she say, regardless who tries to blackmail me. Always be yourself with no intentions. I'm nice on respect. And I'm far from a copycat. Authentic, see, it's different. Overcoming the stage. Overcoming the stage. You know, you could it's a train of thought for me. No, for real. I have to say it. No, for real, for real. A motherfucker would sit here and be like, oh, it would have these motherfuckers gotta go work in groups, right? And be like, hey, that motherfucker copying me. That motherfucker can't be authentic. Oh, you say. But you the main one sending spoke to an innocent person behind closed doors, trying to dim the innocent person's light, trying to ruin a reputation with your bad habits and lack of self-control and come to discipline. And be the train of thought for me. Someone didn't even have to say your names, because this type of stuff actually happens every single day. What happened to put respect on your neighbor's name, that they actually and you got inspired by their authentic. See, something that you couldn't do is actually be relatable to yourself to actually go within. I ain't gotta disrespect you, but you evidently have an identity crisis trying to be something you truly not. No, it starts with that hello, you jackass. I said what I said. Hello. Talking about you worship God. We don't pray the same. Because I know how to put respect on my neighbor's name. They ain't got hate in my vein. They said you're wacky, you're corny, you're nobody. I wasn't trying to fit. I just know how to respect my neighbor. We not the same. Always be yourself and no malicious. Just no, I have the trait of me, goddammit. I gotta go. Always be yourself. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. And I say it respectfully. How somebody will watch you within watching you, but they're so inspired, but they will sit there and try to humble you. Like, how you humbling me being me? Oh. It's straight on me. My heavenly mother, Father God, for your dumb ass too. I said what I said, and I gotta go. And I don't wish bad on you, but you wish better on me. Ah! Got the proof. It shaped over me. No, the spiritual world is real. I don't gotta send no spiritual text to nobody. Just stay in your lane. We ain't the same. I'm far from a hater. It's never about likes and views or clout chasing your own fame. But just put respect on your neighbor's name. How folks be behind the scenes trying to blackmail you against you. Speaking up for yourself, all you was doing was trying to keep it real. When they try to make you irrelevant at the end of the day, they try to dim your light so you won't have a proper tax bracket. But God sent all the right people to your life to show you growth. The energy is different when it comes to maturing, when you truly woke. I'm far from a hater. I'm nice and respect. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Love yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Love yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Never trade on me. I gotta go. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. Regards to who's behind the scenes trying to hack devices, gang stalk, project spore, energy harvest, destiny, whatever the case may be, return back the same way any negative energy, and I say it respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. I get it from my heavenly mother, my heavenly father, God, and I wish you to have a good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Always be yourself and no misintentions. To the genuine ones only, have a safe weekend, protect your energy, be safe in these streets. I say that respectfully. Another thing, I don't live in fear, and I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Today is currently July 3rd, 2025. Stop the violence. Have a good day.